All right, let's talk about how to create a citation for a basic web page. I selected this one, Shakespeare's Theater, from the Folger Shakespeare Library. Like so many web articles, it doesn't list the author's last name. If it did, we would need to include that in our citation, but this one does not. So here are our instructions. We should start with the author of the short work if it's listed, and if it were, we'd do last name, comma, first name, period. But we don't have that, so we're going to skip right down to number 2, which is the title and subtitle of the short work. So the article title is Shakespeare's Theater. So let's go over to our works cited. I'm going to put it here to keep things in alphabetical order. We always put an article title in quotation marks. Oops, I'm typing what I'm saying, not what I'm supposed to type. And we always follow it with a period, which goes inside of the quotation marks. Okay, over to our instructions, title and subtitle of the web page. So it's the Folger Shakespeare Library, and we can see from our sample it needs to be italicized and followed with a comma. So okay. Next would need to be the publisher or sponsor of the website, unless it's the same as the title of the site. That is the case here. It's folger.edu, which is the Folger Shakespeare Library. If this were something like princeton.edu, we would need to use Princeton University as our sponsor. Or let's say that it was a .gov and it was like the National Institute of Mental Health or something like that. We would need to use that as our website title, but we don't have that. So we skip right over it because it would just repeat Folger Shakespeare Library. Next is the update date, and you can scroll all through your article and see there's no update date here at all. So you just skip over it and go right down to number 6, which is the URL of the page, and they want the whole URL. So I'm going to hit Command C to copy. And then as far as format is concerned, we want the entire URL followed by a period. So we're going to put that right here. No italics. Oops, it did it anyway. Let's see. And it fell down to this line, which is fine because it treats this like one block of text, and instead of splitting the URL, it just pulls it down to the next line and keeps it together. Now when I space away from this, it's going to turn it into a hyperlink. And some teachers might be fine with you leaving it like that. I would prefer it not to be blue and underlined. So you can right click it and go to hyperlink and then edit hyperlink. And then here just click remove link. Okay. Now if you were to go to the end of or right after the period and hit space again, it would recreate the hyperlink, so be careful about that. The next thing you need is the date of access if no update date. So we didn't have an update date, so we're going to add that. You can see from our format it should be accessed on and the date we accessed it. So let's say that we accessed it on April 1st. Period. All right, and that is our whole citation for a short work from a website.